All right, so like I said, what we're gonna learn is we're gonna go over opening other applications using Python. So I'm gonna open this. One thing we need to do is we need to import sub process. Oh, it would help if I'm typing. So import sub process. You don't need to download this at all. It's already preloaded. And then what this will do is you type in sub process dot p open, stands for Python open.
Open.
Yeah, Popin. Popin.
We out here hoping.
And then basically what you have to put is you need to put the file location of the application you want to run.
Like Photoshop.
With the file name in it, or just the directory?
You need the actual. You need everything.
Oh.
Do Photoshop.
So what we'll do, I'm not gonna do Photoshop. So we're gonna do calculator, right? The easiest way to do it is you just right click everything. Oh, hang on. Calculator.
Trusted Microsoft.
No, because that's through the apps. So there's actually two calculators on your computer. There's one that's downloaded from the App Store, and there's one in System 32. So in order to get the one that we're gonna use today, you go to this PC, local disk C, Windows, System 32. You can do this with any application. You just have to know where it is. So I'll show you guys one.
There's like so many. Is it a .dll file?
It is a
There's a system file. There it is.
calc. So what you do is you go, okay, I'm gonna copy this, put it into our, and then backslash calc.exe. Boom, there's your calculator. So let's say you want to open, all right, Ryan, we'll do
Why is it open?
Python open.
Oh.
I actually don't have Photoshop on my, oh yeah, well I have Photoshop Express. So what you'll do is you'll right click any file.
Wait, can you open Python with Python?
Yes, you can. You can actually open a Python script, pass it elements, and have it work. Yeah.
Nice! Let's write two Python files that bounce between each other and just keep opening new ones of each other.
So hang on. What's a?
Two best.
I just need to find file location. I don't want to do. So basically, you just need to find the file location of whatever program you want to run. So I just looked up Outlook. What it does is it takes me to the start menu programs. It takes me to the shortcut. So if you guys, I doubt you guys can see, but you guys should, on any shortcut, you should see a little arrow at the bottom left of your icon. I'll zoom in, but it's also going to screw up the... Do you guys see that little arrow?
Yeah, I do.
Right there? That means it's a shortcut. So if you run it, it may or may not work. I've always just gone, you right click this.
It's like slowing down your whole
I know. And this is the actual application. So then you go, okay, so Outlook is all capitalized. You come up here and you...
I'm sure we're right now like 5 frames a second right now.
I know, I gotta stop doing that. So I'll actually close my email. Open this. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna copy and go paste / Outlook.
Does that have to be a .exe file?
For the application, yeah. This is specifically to open. And there you go. I haven't checked my emails. I haven't checked my email, so I'm not 100% sure what's. Although I don't think you guys saw anything. No.
Well, what would you be worried about seeing, Stoker? What's on your email list?
Nothing. Well, right now, Office 365.
Alright,
Did you say
sure.
nothing?
I'm not. Well, nothing. I'm going to show you guys. But yeah, so that's how you open. That is how you open apps in Python. Any questions?
That seems cool.
No, pretty easy. Popin. Now the only thing that may trip you up.
You have to download subprocess, right? It's already in there.
You correct. You just have to import it. Capital P and Popin. That's such a funny word.
We out here poping.
Popin.
Dude, the Pope's out here poping hard. Alright, Stolzer. Now we're at a program that automatically marks all your emails as read because that's I would actually use all the time.
Yeah. Now write a program that mines in the background, because I would actually use that.
That wouldn't be too hard because that you would just have to do. I think the easiest way to do that would just be write a Python GUI automation and you just click, select all, mark as read.
I want to learn how to do that. Do we want to do that?
That's the last chapter.
Nice.
But yeah, no. So the next couple things we're learning, and I still have more to teach you on this. Sorry, I'm getting texts from teachers asking for issues. They're like, my stuff's not working. I'm like, I don't know, I'm busy. All right. So there is this other thing. I couldn't get it to work last week when I was going over this. The whole, if you guys look at on page 354, when you do calc process equals, and then I'm just going to open this. No, you're not supposed to. Is it? Oh, that's if it's open.
It opens it.
I know, but this is calc procedure dot poll is 0 equal none. That's supposed to be true, and I don't know why it's not.
Try having the calculator open and see what happens.
It is open.
Oh. Try closing the calculator and see, and then see what comes up. Well, that doesn't help me at all.
Yeah, no, and it says the poll method will return none if the process is still running at the time. And it is. Open.
Maybe try opening it and then setting it equal to. Try opening it without calcproc, then setting it equal to calcproc, then see what happens.
To this, and then go. Just gonna have like 15 things of the calculator open. Yeah, so that's
Not true. So what's the point of that?
that's basically say if you can go if it's still running, do this. Otherwise, don't do it.
Well, we can't.
Yeah, because the thing's not working. So I'm sitting here going, I don't know.
Wait, check the PDF book, see if it says anything different.
I don't like the PDF book. It's messed me up twice.
Well, now the regular book's messing me up. Maybe it's got a chance to redeem itself.
That's true. What page is this on? 355.
How's Trent going?
No, it says the same thing. All right, so what we're going to do is task scheduler. You guys know, I told you about task scheduler, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's how you like open up a new program every 1 second on Solar's computer.
No, that's not how it goes. So task scheduler.
I really want to like write a homework assignment that when Stolzer opens it and checks just crashes his computer.
Please don't write that.
Look it up on Google. There, it's got stuff.
All right,
All
so
the system files and then closes it.
I feel like at some point one of your students is going to do that. Like sometime in the next 10 years.
well, it'll be funny because I'll know exactly who it is. I'll be like, oh, I was checking Alex's homework, and my computer died.
What if you schedule
Well,
it
that's like
just so when you open the third
task.
task, or the third homework assignment, that's when it hit. So then you
Yeah.
know.
You would have to be able to know what I'm clicking on is a homework assignment and what's not a homework
No,
assignment.
you just set a timer. You just set like an hour after this Python document is open, so they set
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but what if I close all Python?
Hey, he doesn't close them. I've seen him. He's got like 15,000 tabs open.
It's because they're mine.
Social engineering.
All right, so this is when you open task schedule, this is what it is. I typically create task or create basic task. This is
Difference.
basic tasks walks you through step by step. Create task is like once you know everything and what you're doing. So basic task, what do we want to name this, guys?
We would like to name this Crashing Stolter's Computer.
I knew that's what it was going to be.
Why'd you ask?
Because I was hoping you guys would prove me wrong. Description. This will crash any
This
computer.
opens up Mozilla Firefox over and over again to the dictionary definition of
Then you go next. When do you want the tasks to start? You have daily, weekly, monthly, one time when the computer starts, when I log on, when a specific event is triggered.
What specific events could those be?
Let's find out.
Open the homework assignment.
So log, you can, oh my gosh.
Okay, so apparently a lot of different things.
Yeah, so event ID, so real quick, you have, hang on, where is it? Details. So I think it's when you could do something like this. The PID is the program ID. That's event ID. Maybe that's something different.
Oh, I didn't even know there was program IDs.
Yeah,
Why is there two Firefox exes?
because I think I have two tab. I don't know.
Why do they have different program IDs?
I don't know.
Why shouldn't it be the same?
No, because probably one is probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's probably just like different websites and different things have loaded different whatever. That Specker probably has taken up a lot of it. So that's not what it is. So we'll go. Let's just go daily or when the computer starts. You can start a program. You can send an email. You can display a message. So this is kind of what this mayor. I think this is how Mr. Vishnoff, or one of the ways you could. Anytime someone logs on, I want to display a message. So as soon as you log on, this will pop up and say, "Yo, this is my computer. Don't screw with it," or whatever.
Right. Okay, Stolter.
So title,
So that's like how he puts up, you're on Weed Academy's network. Do not!
yeah, or one of the ways. I think the way he did it is through Active Directory. So instead of doing this on every single computer or imaging it and having this on it, you could do it from his computer. So he can at will change what it says.
I need to find that message. You can put whatever you want there, man.
So you can do it when the computer starts. You can start a program, and so every time the computer starts, we want it to open up a web browser and display how long it will take for me to get home, how long it will take for me to get to work, and my email. Right, so you can have it go boom, 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 and open those three things. One thing you could do threading for is instead of, granted, it wouldn't be too much faster. You could just have threads that open them all at the same time. No, that would be kind of useless because you're still going to go 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
That's why threading is not useful. Unless you want to make typing games. Coolmathgames.net.
And then, so you then pick out a. So let's go to this PC. No, desktop. Python scripts. Map it. I can add arguments. So you guys remember when we created Map It, right? When we do Windows R, what are the two ways it gets the address? Does anyone remember?
From the clipboard and from the actual input.
Yes. So when we do Windows R, this pops up, and it's either if I've copied an email, or I'm sorry, if I've copied an address, and it will take whatever I've copied, or I can put the address in here. So what I can do is I can go, I want to know how long it will take for me to get to my childhood home. Copy, add arguments, paste, start in. That is, I think if you want a certain file to start in a certain application, then you click next. And this is creating a basic task using the wizard. If you know all of this already, you can go create task and all this stuff. You can just go to triggers. You can do that. Actually, this is what triggers it. This is what it does. These are certain conditions you can do.
Every time you open up a Word document or a program, display message.
You
Every time
could.
you close a Word document,
You'd have to find out.
do all the saving.
Again, you'd have to find out on a schedule at logon startup, idle, on an event, task creation. So you can go through workstation unlock, workstation lock, disconnect from users. So yeah,
Pretty much anything I want.
no.
So like, you could have it as soon as
Every time
like
it clicks.
a Word document closes, you could reopen it, or like rename it and then make one that had the same name. That has some just like
Every
completely
time
random
every
stuff.
time you click.
So what you would do is you would do a task. You would schedule a task
Uh-huh.
that runs a Python script that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd have to open the Python script and then the Python runs. The only thing about that is that window will still pop up. So they
Would it
won't.
have a hidden window
No,
Yeah, you can.
that like
not that I'm telling you.
Oh well, I'm just gonna look it up now.
You can have a hidden window.
Yeah.
That the user can't see. Of course you can.
I'm not telling you guys how to do it.
So it would literally take 5 seconds to Google it right now and be able to figure it out.
Plausible deniability.
Then when you open up my homework, I'm just gonna open up like 15,000 hidden windows. And you'll be like, why does my computer keep crashing? It's gonna be great.
And then you'll start failing the class.
You'll be like, wait, what's this while loop here that runs forever? Open hidden window.
So you can, you save it as a, I honestly can't remember the exact extension, but instead of a .py, you save it as .py something. You can add, there are different extensions for Python. I can't remember what they all do. I know one of them, I think automatically disables logging. I can't remember though. And then another one doesn't open up the
actual like thing.
doesn't open up the shell. So it doesn't open up this.
.py hidden.
No. But you can't, if it calls for an input, I don't think you can do it. I think if it runs into an input, it automatically opens this up. But it doesn't do that until it hits input, but I'm not sure. So then the last thing is yeah. So we're gonna running other Python scripts, so we will go over that. The exact same thing. So we're gonna do subprocesses open. Do I already have it open? No, I don't. But obviously we don't want to open up the calculator. So what do we need? What do we want to open up, Ethan? If we want to run a Python script, what do we want to open up?
You want to just go to
Oh.
your. Well, you have to. But you have to like run a file. You have to have that shebang line at the top. Like the hashtag Python.
You should, yeah. Most people, I didn't really push for it, but what that does is it tells, if you only have Python 3.6, if you only have Python 3 in your computer, I don't think it matters. I think if you have multiple versions of Python, it
What
does.
are we talking about?
The shebang line.
Oh yeah, the
It's the hashtag exclamation point
Python 3.
space Python 3.
The most useless thing ever.
You have to create another bash file.
You don't necessarily have to. That's if you're running it from here. If you're running it from Windows, Windows R. That's if you don't have Python open and you want to open a specific Python
Oh,
script.
Stelter, did I tell you that they, Liberty University wanted my social security number, but they told me not to send it over email. They told me to send it in like an attachment file, so I sent them a .py file that just printed my social security number like 1,000 times, and they got it. They got the social security number. Like, how did they run that? Like, did they just like find a program to run my stupid .py file?
You know, I think it's just a plain text file. So they would have opened up the file and it said print social security number 1,000
I would have been
times.
like, what? You're probably an idiot.
I mean, like, you probably
So-
should have sent social security number through email anyway.
To answer Ethan's question, if you want to open up a Python script with no Python running, you need to do the shebang line, create a batch file. If you're in Python already, like we are for this example, you just do this and you tell I want it to run Python. So we have to find where Python is. The easiest way is, again, you right click here, go to more, open file location. This gives us a shortcut. We right click here, open file location, and this takes us all the way to our app data local programs, all the way to Python, and it highlights what file it actually is using. Yes.
So like, can you? I'll say you go to Photoshop, right? There's a bunch of system files inside of Photoshop. Can you access those or no?
Probably.
But not like from the like you have to use probably CMD to get into those, like, right?
As long as you're the owner.
So how could you open Python? Like, that's an application, but like it's obvious. It's a folder in general. It's like technically a folder that carries a bunch of files with it that say what to do in very specific circumstances.
Yeah.
Could you get in there and like edit those?
Probably.
That'd be sick.
You'd have to change the owner of the files though.
You could change like the base Python file. You could just ditch the print function and just like.
Oh, you mean, wait, are we talking about Photoshop or Python?
Or whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, no,
Any
you can
application can you get into the files that run it?
probably.
Well, that's what I'm doing tomorrow, guys. So
Oh gosh. I mean, no, you cannot.
yeah.
It's impossible. So what we're then gonna do, just like we did with the calculator, get rid of this, Control V it, backslash, and this is Python W. And it's already open. Because it would just open this. Right, so if I open the calculator,
No, you can open two calculators. So how come it doesn't open two Python? Yeah, what?
oh, I actually don't know. That's a good question.
What's Python W?
That's just the name of the file.
I guess Python would be there. So.
Yeah, so it's saying it's open.
No, it,
I don't. Maybe you can't. I don't know. Maybe you just can't open more than one Python.
What if you just put a while loop? Just keep opening it and see what happens.
No. What you then do. Actually, so you have to tell it. I think you have to tell it. I don't think you can open just the shell. You have to open a specific file. So you do this and then comma r. And then we're gonna pick desktop, Python scripts. Where's Mapit? So then we're gonna go mapit.exe, or I'm sorry, not exe, py. And is that right? Python scripts.
Oh man!
What buff size?
size.
Freaking buff size.
Be this swole.
You have to be this swole in order to run this program. I didn't get this earlier.
So I have a question. Like, what if you? So Mapit takes in like arguments. What if you want to put arguments into the Mapit.py?
Hang on. Oh, because it's got to be a list. That's what I'm missing.
15 buff size. Every single time.
There we go. So now, here's Google Maps. To add it, I believe you just do.
Irma Warren's MI.
Yeah. That's where I grew up.
I'll take a picture of it. I can go still to his childhood home.
I used to play soccer on these fields, and they had a bunch of little kid fields, and then like the middle school fields over here. Kicked butt
Is
too.
it in Detroit?
It's in Warren.
Hey, down your head. Kicked butt in Haiti too. Just kidding. We all got our butts destroyed.
Yeah. But whatever. That was fun though.
Laying on the floor.
Yeah, I was out.
Someone was taking it so seriously. It's like yelling a lot.
All right, so what I want you guys to do right now, we got 4 minutes left. I want you guys to open any application that you want and then open up a Python file.